Hello and welcome to another episode of Coffee Fusion. This week we're going to look at my Aeropress comp recipe. Hey all, so over the weekend we had the West Australian Aeropress competition and I was lucky enough to pick up second place. And a few people on my Instagram said they were interested in getting the recipe, so I thought I'd do a little video showing that recipe and giving a few of my thoughts on how I settled on my recipe. So a quick background, perhaps if you don't know about the World Aeropress competition, at each regional and at each competition, they give you the beans and you have to use your Aeropress to brew the best coffee you can. And there are a couple of parameters you have to meet, but basically you just want to make the best coffee you can, and the judges are told to judge and simply choose the coffee that they think they would like to finish. And I think this is a great competition because for the barista or the coffee maker, they basically have a level playing field with the other contestants because we're all using the same coffee, and then it's up to you to decide what recipe you will use to bring out the best in that coffee. And for this reason, a couple of weeks before the event, you're given a bag of the coffee to play around with so that when it comes time to brewing on the day, you have a bit of an idea of how you're going to go about it and your strategy. So our event was hosted by Laker and Micrology, and so what they did is they actually roasted half of the coffee each and then blended it together. And the coffee we used was Ethiopian Worker. And when I was playing around with the practice coffee, a lot of my extractions were very floral, but didn't have much balance in that acidity and sweetness. So the recipe I ended up going with was kind of my effort to bring out as much of that sweetness as possible, thinking that anyone that was using a more traditional Aeropress recipe would be heavy on the florals, and I wanted to kind of showcase something a little bit different. Okay, getting down to the recipe itself, I used 19 grams of coarsely ground coffee and the inverted method. And I chose to use my Commandant hand grinder so that when I was practicing in the lead up to the competition and on the day, I would have the exact same grind size. So in this recipe, the coffee is ground fairly coarsely. I've got a little bit of a clip here showing you the ground coffee coming out of the Commandant. Hopefully you can use that as a little bit of a guide, but pretty coarse, kind of like a filter grind. I'm going to mention also that the water I used for the competition was the filter profile of third wave water. If you haven't heard of third wave water, it's basically a sachet you can add to distilled water to give you a nice profile for coffee. They have both a filter one and an espresso one, but yeah, I was using the filter one this time around. And again, that would mean on competition day, I knew that I'd be using the same water and the same grinder that I was using on my practice, so I should be able to expect the same result in the cup. Okay, so if you're playing along at home, we've got the Aeropress, we're using the inverted method, 19 grams of coffee. The next thing we're going to do is actually saturate those grounds with room temperature water, and I'm using 30 grams of water for that. So as you add this cold water, we're going to start the timer and give it a good stir, just so all the grounds are saturated. And we're going to let this kind of sit in this cold water for about a minute while our kettle is coming up to temperature. And because we've got this cold water in there, I'm going to use 99 degrees water to bring up that temperature very quickly as I put the hot water in. And we're going to go ahead and do this at the 1 minute mark. So we're adding 200 grams of hot water, bringing the total brew up to 230 grams. And once we've done that, we're going to give the Aeropress a quick stir again. And then we're going to leave it up until the 2 minute mark. So 1 minute with cold water, add that 200 mils of hot water, 99 degrees, and then at 2 minutes, we're going to put the cap on and we're going to flip it over and push it down. So while the coffee is sitting in there getting to that 2 minute mark, I was just taking my Aeropress cap and I'm using 2 paper filters. Now with that second paper filter, it's going to slow down how quickly you can push down. And so we're going to be pushing down over about 30 seconds, nice and evenly. Okay, so now we've got our finished Aeropress brew. At this point, I was just weighing out into the serving cup, the cupping bowl that they were using, 160 mils. And that was leaving me with a little bit left over that I can just put into an espresso cup and taste to make sure that it tasted how I was expecting it to. Now in the cup, this was leaving me with a brew that was perhaps a little bit less extracted than some of my other trial recipes. And in fact, in the early kind of iterations of this recipe, I was leaving that hot water for another 30 seconds. And when I quickened it down to 1 minute instead of 1.5 minutes with the hot water, it certainly made it a lot more vibrant and sweet in the cup. And I was thinking that perhaps a lot of other competitors would have a lot more of those florals in the cup and less of the sweetness. So that was the idea behind this recipe. And the cold water I've had in recipes before. I just tried it with cold water at the start for something different, but also it meant that when the judges were tasting this coffee, it was a little bit cooler. And as we know with coffee, if it's a little bit cooler, it's a little bit easier to pick up the flavors in the cup. So that was my idea behind that. I was also hoping that cold water in the beginning would saturate the grounds nice and evenly so that we would get a nice even extraction, similar to hot water, but without that extraction rate happening very quickly. I've since tried this recipe with a couple of different coffees and I've had some really good results. So if you have an Aeropress at home and like brewing coffee, I'd recommend you check out this recipe and see how it brings out the characters in the coffees that you're using. It was an awesome night and I managed to get second in the end. Johan was the winner and he's an excellent brewer. Very close 2-1 in the end and just missed out on winning. But it was a great event and lots of fun. So thank you to the organisers and sponsors that make these kind of events happen, especially Micrology and Laker, who took on the ownership of creating the event this year, and they did it together as a collaboration, and it was a great event. So yeah, lots of fun. If you don't have an Aeropress and you want to grab one, it's a very cheap way of making great coffee, and you can really play around with the recipe you use and get lots of different extraction styles with it. I have them on the website. If you're after some third wave water, I also have that on the website for purchase. And if you're watching this in the first week of release, the rest of this week I've still got the $1 per cup sale on, so you can grab some beans for a little bit cheaper than normal and get yourself brewing at home. Hope you enjoyed this video. It's been a long while since my last one, so I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions or any kind of video ideas you want, put them in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Keep frothin'.